What's up guys, WOOO here, back again with another Division 2 build video. Welcome back. Today's build is my legendary buffer build, which is great for PvE content. Guys, would I use this in heroics? Would I use this solo? Of course not. Don't even think about it. What you need this build for is legendary missions. It's great having a healer. It really is. It just gives you that little bit of ample support at back. I know guys, when you run 4 skill builds, it's great, it's fun. Of course you can run DPS, it's also fun, but if you want someone who's going to buff you, you want someone who's going to heal you in those really sticky moments, this is the build I'd look for giving that extra bit of damage, extra survivability, and of course, yes guys, skill tier overcharge. Yes guys, this build is great. But anyway, if you enjoy the build, enjoy the video, thumbs doodle. It helps, it really does. And if you're new to the channel, drop the woo bomb on the sub button, ding the bell to be notified when I upload my shizzle. Guys, let's woo this. The build. Now this build is great. It really is. It gives you so much survivability. It gives your teammates so damn much, and that's why I enjoy using this build. Now, if any of you like healing builds, this is something I'd consider. Why? Because it offers support in abundance. Yeah, guys, Safeguard's not on the backpack. Damn, whoa, I've done it wrong. No, I haven't. Safeguard is an excellent backpack talent that gives so much survivability. I get it, it's great. However, this backpack talent is highly underused, and it is actually quite effective, and it does buffer your teammates, and I like that. And that's what I want from the build, is buffer my teammates. That's what I need, because I'm already rolling with some sexy fat heals. Do I need more? No. Check this out. Technician, guys, is the way to go. Way to go on this build, because you want that 10% skill healing, of course. But with that being said, you don't have to go 10% skill healing. You can go for 10% skill damage. It is entirely up to you. You already have some nice heals, so you don't have to go with skill healing if you don't want to. Personal preference. Then not to mention the second reason is that passive 1 skill tier. And I'm using armor on the mask, as you can see. That is extra survivability. So yeah, that's where to go guys, technician. I am 0 offensive, 1 defensive, and I am 5 utility. And yeah guys, 913k armor, 322.3k health. Let's go for the build. Mask guys, Bellstone Armory. Now this is not a best in slot piece. It isn't. Guys, it isn't. Now I'm using this because I like the little bit of trickle of armor regen. It's nice. It's not a massive amount, but it's a nice little trickle, and I like that. And I think going other ways, you could go skill haste if you wanted to. However, with that being said, not that bothered about the skill haste because I'm using 1 piece, which will get my hive back in no time, so skill haste is not really a thing. You can go for 1 piece widen. That will again give you an extra 10% skill damage. That's an option. That's a decent option. I've just gone for that little bit of armor regen, and this is a really nice piece for me to use because you can see max armor. It's repair skills max. It is max skill haste and a 19.7% repair skills mod. So this is God sausage roll piece for me. This is excellent. This is what I wanted on the build. By all means, open to interpretation, but this is perfect for me. Then we have the holster, and the holster is Alp's Summon Armament for that 20% sexy repair skills, which is great. That just buffs my Hive Restorer that just gives some nice fat green goo, and that is perfect. And that's what you want, is to keep your teammates alive, keep the allies buffed, and by doing that, you're going to benefit greatly from this. In terms of the attributes, guys, yeah, skill haste could be a little bit higher, but again, we're talking 0.5%. You know, I'm not losing sleep over that, and 20% repair skills, which is optimal. Then we have the first piece of a 3-piece Murakami Industries. And I'm using this for a couple of reasons. One, that skill duration. That's going to aid my turret immensely. For the extra duration of that turret is going to keep up and active longer. That's more damage, guys, more damage. And that 20% repair skills, which again, more fat heals. And of course, that 10% skill damage, which is great because I need my turret to actually do some damage. And I'm hitting around 189k damage once the stars are aligned on this build. So it's not, you know what I mean, it's not a hard hitting skill damage build because I know I can get an extra 100k on there quite easily. So yeah, I'm missing a little bit of damage, but still the survivability it offers some really fat heals and some nice skill damage is great. It accompanies this build fantastically well. So repair skills, 0.1% off max, down, and 10% skill damage. Let's go through this piece, which is the BTSU Data Gloves. Now this piece is an exotic pair of gloves that you may have by now. It's an older piece, Again, with this, you get this farmer from Black Tusk. I got this from Camp White Oak, and it took me an absolute, God knows, don't know how long, but eventually got it. What does this do? What does it offer your build? I'll go for the talent, and then I'll demonstrate how powerful this is. So, you can see its skill haste and repair skills. Now, the talent is Transference Overclock. Funny enough, the backpack talent is called Overclock. Anyway, grants 15% skill haste per skill tier. That's a lot of skill haste. I'm a skill tier 6. Detonating a hive refreshes your skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds. If at skill tier 6, this effect also applies to all allies. Allies receiving this effect are unable to benefit from it again for 120 seconds. Guys, that is overcharge for your skill build friends, skill build allies, because you know they're going to be skill build and they're going to be running tier 6, so that is overcharge every 2 minutes, and that's not including what they can do. I can provide that every 2 minutes. That's brilliant. Now let me just demonstrate how this works. So firstly, I'm in the WOOO, as you can see. I'm in the firing range. Skill haste is disabled. When it's enabled, you get 500% skill haste. So let me demonstrate this right now. So firstly, I'm going to pop my turret, and he's going to do a bit of damage. You can see 89. Yeah, that's cool. What I'm going to do is now just pop my Hive Restorer. Okay, but now what I'm going to do is do this. 125k. He's added on 25k damage, which is awesome. Once the stars are aligned, again, you're going to get some nice damage on this. And you can see the hive is back, singing, all dancing. Yeah, it's beautiful. Once overcharge kicks in, again, it's going to cause some nice damage. There's that 188, 189. That's not including the overcharge. So I'm easily getting 200k easily on the build. You can see now it's powerful. It is powerful and it works. It's a nice combination. Now let's just go back into the build. So that's the BTSU gloves. That's what it offers you and your teammates, is that extra buff. And then again, you're going to get your Hive Restorer back in no time. Guys, no time. You've seen the refill speed. It is insane. So that's why I think the BTSU on this is perfect. So every 2 minutes, guys, make sure you're popping that. Pop it like it's hot. And you know what's going to happen. Extra damage on that turret. Just make sure your turret's available first, because that's gonna benefit that. And then also make sure your skills are out for your teammates. If they're out, happy days. If they've got a turret or a striker drone, they're going to be singing all day long. It's going to offer some nice damage. Now, the backpack is my second piece of Murakami Industries Corporation. Now, with this, you can see skill duration, repair skills, and skill damage. With this, you can see it's perfect. I like this. It's a nice 19.5% repair skills mod. I've got skill damage, repair skills. You don't need skill haste. You don't really need skill haste. Because you've got your turret, you don't need it. Trust me, don't go that way. I might have a bit here and there, but if I could choose, I'd change it to repair skills or skill damage. So don't worry too much about that. But what makes this kind of a decent setup is overclock. Allies within 7 meters of your deployed skills gain 25% reload speed and reduces their active cooldowns by 0.2 seconds each second. So, yes, so if they're running with an LMG, 25% is a hell of a lot of time. It is an amazing amount of time. 5 seconds for an LMG. That is going to be, what's that? 1.5 seconds, quite easily. And again, look at skills there, 0.2 seconds each second. That's just going to bring it back even more, which is great. So for every 5 seconds, they claim a second back. So if they've got 10 second seekers, as an example, it'd be 8 second seekers. Again, it's 2 seconds. I get it, but still, it does offer so much utility. If it's, again, 25 second in terms of seeker clusters, that's going to shave off 5 seconds. That's 20 seconds. So it does have value. It does have a lot of value. And again, that reload speed is great. It is really good. It pays dividends once you're close and personal with teammates. So Overclock, guys, Overclock is a decent talent. It's not the best backpack talent in the world, but on this build, given it offers buffers, it's going to buff them all day long. It's brilliant. I like Overclock. It's a nice talent. Guys, test it. You'll see. It's nice. What I will say though, guys, in terms of overclock, is you need this. Now watch. You see that little green line? That little green line, okay? I'm going to go around here. There's that little green line. Let's go around here. It's gone. It's back again. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in terms of the distance. That is your 7 meters just there. If I go across, yeah, there you go. That's your 7 meters. Not amazing. Not amazing. Hopefully there's some kind of buffer to this in the near future, but still, it's a decent distance away. And all you need is your teammates to be in that radius to get the bonus. And if they have this line attached to them, they have that bonus. Let's take a look at the chest piece talent. The chest piece talent is this. Again, the last piece of Murakami. It is skill damage, repair skills, and a nice 19.7% repair skills mod. Overwatch. After staying in cover for 10 seconds, increases you and your allies' total weapon and skill damage by 12%. As long as you remain in cover or in a cover-to-cover move. Simple, guys. 12% weapon damage for a DPS is a decent amount. Also, 12% skill damage is a nice amount. You're buffing the entire team. Stay in cover. If you do move from out of cover, cover-to-cover moves are essential to keep this active as long as possible, because, you know, the longer this is available for all your teammates, that means more damage through their weapons or skills. So Overwatch is an amazing talent to have. It is. It's an amazing team talent as well. That's what I like. Good old Overwatch on this build. It's great. It really is. Let's just stop my skills. Let's just... Sorry, turret. I'm going to blow you up. Right, let's go back again and let's just take a look at the rest of the build. So that's Overwatch, that's Overclock. That's how they work, which is great. Now let's take a look at the weapons. The weapon of choice, Capacitor, I'm using that very simply because of that skill damage. It offers a lot of skill damage. And again, 60%. So, guys, it is. You could, again, go for, is it Reformation for the extra bit of skill repair? You don't need it. You don't need it. I'd rather the skill damage. It gives you so much more in return. The Capacitor, best way to go. In terms of talents, Capacitance, shooting enemies builds stacks to a cap of 40. Each stack grants 1.5% skill damage. After 5 seconds, stacks decay 1 second. Keep shooting, guys. Just simple. Keep shooting. For each skill tier gain, 7.5% weapon damage. On this, that is 45% extra weapon damage. Beautiful. Talents, mods, sort of say, crit chance, rounds, crit damage, weapon handling. Now, secondary, it is what it is, guys. You use whatever you damn like. I'm using the Harmony. I like to use this from distance, especially in legendary missions. It's nice to have that little bit of range from NPCs. So a rifle's good choice. Yeah, you can see perfectly in sync, and that's a big reason why the extra weapon damage and skill damage pays dividends. And on this, we're perfectly in sync, is an extra 40%, which is decent. Mods, guys, crit chance, rounds, crit chance, and critical hit damage. Sidearm, you can know me by now, guys. I don't use this. It's there for show. It is the Tardigrade. I'm not talking about that chest piece. I'm talking about the TDI card custom, which is in sync. Hitting enemy grants 50% skill damage for 5 seconds. You know that's doubled to 30%. Don't use this, guys. Period. Don't use it. So don't go change your pistol, because I'll laugh at you. I don't use it. Okay, let's take a look at the skills. We'll start with the turret. Assault turret, 16-second cooldown. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about it. If I put more skill haste, it's going to shave off what exactly? A second? Not bothered. So, duration 262 seconds. That's because of the Murakami 20% buff. Nice. That's a really nice kind of timing to have. Damage 89,509. That's base. That's before anything kicks in. So that's before overcharge. That's before overwatch. That's before capacitance. That's base. And again, as this is, that's okay. I'm cool with that. In terms of mods, damage, duration, and skill haste. Now for the heals, the fat heals, the Restorer Hive. Now this is why I don't bother with skill haste. Look at that 1 second. The more I invest in skill haste, it will only benefit my lovely jubbly assault turret. And again, by a fraction of time. So I'd rather use that skill haste for skill repair or skill damage or armor regen, guys. You can put that on the build if you wanted to. So yeah, don't worry about it. So you can see 36 charges. You can see the range. The healing is 453,073. So that's a big, fat, sexy, big, boomy heal. Yes, it's nice. Again, you could get a little bit more. Of course you can, but don't worry about it. These are big heals. And I'll demonstrate now how powerful these are. So in terms of mods, healing, repair charges, and health. Let's just show you how these work. So I'm going to damage self. Less damage, damage, damage. Firstly, it's going to cover, and you can see the armor regen will slowly kick in. That's just a nice trickle of armor, which is not an amazing amount, but still, it just will continually trickle. Now we'll pop this down, and it is literally 2 heals. Now if I go back to this, damage self, not wait for any armor regen to kick in, pop that down. You see now, well, guys, this is literally 2 pops and that's it, and that's what you're going to get from the build, is that nice little buff of heals. Again, if you had Safeguard, that's 0 to hero. Of course it is. If you're at full armor, you need to be at full armor to give your teammates that 100% heal. So guys, that's the skills. You've seen the weapons, you've seen the gear. Let's take a look at the stats. Again, that's your weapon damage and crit chance, crit damage. Don't worry about it, guys. You know, this is a skill build. You don't need that. It's irrelevant, really. So don't worry too much about that. 30% AR damage, which, you know, that does offer a little bit more of a treacle amount of damage. 55% all weapons damage bonus. You can see there's Overclock and Overwatch, and Transference. Overclock are the talents which I'm using on my gear. There's no armor on kill. Armor regen is 9130, which is okay, which is not bad. The higher armor you have, the more armor regen you'll get, because you do have the 1% from Bellstone Armory. And then let's go for the rest of it. You see the bare minimum explosive resistance and hazard protection. Skill haste, 44.9%, and that's dirty. I mean, that makes me feel ill, because there's no skill haste on a skill build, and that doesn't make me feel too comfortable. But I don't need it because of that BTSU gloves. You know that talent. Overclock is amazing, so don't worry about it. Spec into other areas to get the most out of this build. It seriously, guys, it pays dividends to do so. But this is the build. This is what it does for me. It offers you so much. It offers you so much utility, so much skill damage as well, because that just continues to get buffed by your skills, by your build, and of course the skill repair is beautiful. Yeah. Guys, trust me, it's a great build. I recommend this for legendary content, and of course, if you enjoyed the video, thumbs a doodle, guys. Peace.